And hello to all my Pisces friends. I would like to welcome you in. My name is Scott Sagent, and today I'll be doing your free psychic tarot reading for February 2022. Now today they've dialed up for you a very specific spread in the love spread format. We're going to be setting it up in the storyline setup, so it's going to cast a very wide net across all the different Pisces. And it's good because it allows me to be very accurate. We end up talking about 2, 3, 4, sometimes 5 or 6 different stories for different Pisces. And the whole idea is finding the story that is right for you and all about you. Now, there may be multiple stories that do resonate with you, and that's okay if they do. I've had feedback that says that happens, but at the end of the day, it's all about finding the one. So we're going to find your story here, and I'm going to conclude your reading. They've asked me to do a spread that I call Telling Time. Very interesting spread where they're giving you dates or a specific window of opportunity here that they do not want you to miss. And Pisces, this is going to be a very important one. So make sure you stick around for that. Let's get started. The cards are already shuffled. I do that ahead of time to save time. I'm going to bring you in right now so you can watch. Go ahead and hit that like button if you're ready to have a great February. There we go. We are on. These are my ritual cuts. I like to do this live and on camera every single time. It's the same procedure for personal reading, and it satisfies the ritual aspect of tarot, and then they're ready to go. Do that with both decks here. And there we go. So storyline format starts with 5 cards. Here's my first 5. Lots of blockages right off the bat. Oh, everybody's blocked. Okay. Let's see. I keep going. I'm going to keep going. Looking for a facing, and that's actually my end, as it would be coincidence. Also blocked. Look at that. So when this happens, it's quite evident that I have to do a discard to see if we're going to upright them all or leave them the way they are. Sometimes Spirit wants it blocked on purpose. I'm actually going to do that after I do my pairings, though, and I'm also going to get all the extra cards before I see that. So let's do one thing at a time. No majors either. Very interesting. We're looking at 3 different stories here, guys. It's going to look like this. Let me get my extra cards before I do the discard, because I think no matter what comes up here, it's going to be discarded. I'm going to do one for this group. Look at that, another block. And I'm going to do one for this group. There's a major. We got the majors on the other sides. Okay, so now I need to discard to see if we're going to upright everything or if we're going to leave it all the way it is. There's my discard, and that is also inverted. So that tells me that they want everything read very clean, clear, and upright. I did forget a card. I need one more. It's going to have no difference to this because there were so many blocked. We're going to do a discard regardless of how this next card comes up. I do need a card here. And I also need Angel Oracle cards too. Not using that one. Angel Oracle card for every single story. That's just going to give us a little bit more detail about what's going on here for Pisces love. Let's get it all on camera, shall we? There's one story, small one there. Over here, I think you can kind of see that. What's going on up here? Here we go. Let's do it, Pisces. Let's do it. Love spread. Okay. I'm going to start with the little one and work up into the larger stories. First story here is disagreements in your love corner. Disagreements, small little fights. It may not feel small. It may actually feel quite large. It could be a variety of different fights here, but usually it's equal level fights here. So this could be sibling stuff. This could be fights at work. It is a wand. It's the 5 of wands, and sometimes wands mean work. Your work corner there. So it could be fights at work with employees. It could be, like I said, siblings or family members or even friends. Sometimes friends come up here. Whether it is a large disagreement or fight, Spirit brings this up as a stick fight. They're saying this is little stuff. You don't want to let this affect you. Don't ruin friendships or over it. Don't ruin marriages or relationships or any of the such. Basically, not worth worrying about. They're saying a decision has been made here, so hopefully that is the decision that has been made already. And now you're just kind of going through it. So this is going to be pervasive as far as like it's still in your February. This could have actually happened in January, but for some reason it's still coming in. This energy is still very combative here in this love corner of yours. And that's why I say your love corner is not just your relationship partner. They could be talking about other people here or other things, because what if you're single? Well, you still have a love corner. So that's what's coming on first. A decision been made. So it's really like not saying there needs to be a decision made or anything like that. It's already been made. They're saying you've blown the horn on this one way or the other. And so now it's pretty much about dealing with the response of it and what comes next. Now, what they bring up in the Angel Oracle card is very, very good. I have happy, happy. So that tells me that you're moving in a direction that is going to bring you joy. Celebratory phase here. This could also be a reminder to do in this situation what makes you happy. Very important to find happiness there in story 1. And that's really the goal. That's really the goal. There's not a whole lot else to say there. It's kind of very simply put story. So you guys will probably know right away if I'm talking about you there or not. Now let's move on to story 2. Story number 2 is just like that. I had it a little weird. They talk about good credit. That basically, usually this is not a financial message in a love spread. This is usually a return on investment. So you guys are putting your energy and time and your dedication into somebody that will give it back to you, a good return on investment. So maybe you're dating somebody who's a good match for you, or you're already in a relationship with somebody who's a good match for you, but this is coming in good, Pisces. It's basically you're getting back what you put into it. So that's what we always want to see. We want to see reciprocation. They show that you guys are doing a balancing act here. It could be between different areas of your life. Love corner is obviously one of them, and there's going to be another corner. Usually for some people it's work, but it can also be health related, and it can also be finance related. They say that you're on a brand new journey here of some form. This could be, it makes me feel like dating type stuff, like you're getting to know somebody or something like that, but it could be varying degrees of what I'm describing. So you're on a journey here, perhaps with somebody else. It could even be by yourself. Maybe you're on a discovery journey. You're learning more things about yourself in your love corner. Now, they do say clean it up. So there is still work to be done here. Spirit wants me to make sure that you are aware of this, that it is not over by a long shot. Like you're not done here. You're not like good to hit the cruise control and take your feet off the gas. Okay, so this is like, this still needs some dusting. This still needs some mopping up. It needs attention. It's not to the point where you can just let it go. Okay, so it's going to need attention and your work and your energy still. But the energy is coming in very good. It's coming in very clean. And like I said, good return on investment. The last thing I can say about that journey card, which is the Fool, it doesn't mean that you are a fool. What it means is that it's not really a story where you should be taking risks. It's very kind of conservative, very cautious approach. The Fool card in this deck and many other decks as well, he's walking along the edge of a cliff. So that's why it's a brand new journey. It's very exciting, very beautiful, lots going on, intriguing stuff. But at the same time, you don't want to slip and fall off the cliff. Okay, so that's telling you to be a little cautious here. Maybe take it a little slow. Also comes up. So there we go, story number 2. Before we hit story number 3, your big one, Pisces, I do want to tell you guys about the moon cycles. I like to do that every single month to let you guys know what's coming. We have on February 1st of February, that's when most people are checking this video out. That's the new moon energy. Best time to bring anything new into your life. Let's say love. You're trying to bring in a new partner and attract, somebody that's really good for you, something like that. Or even just move your love to the next level. Maybe it has nothing to do with love, what you're trying to do. Maybe you're trying to start something new with health or work. Any of that stuff, much better placed at the beginning of the month. Does not have to be on February 1. Anytime toward the beginning sits really well with that. Same thing happens at the end of the month because you got the March new moon energy eking into the month. But the middle of the month, that's when you don't want something new. That is the adverse energy to that. That's the full moon energy. That's when you want to get something out of your life that doesn't fit anymore. Anything you want to get out, whether it's people, baggage, bad habits, getting rid of stuff. Maybe you got to clean out an attic or a garage or something like that, or something just got to go. That's the best time to do that, is the middle of the month. This allows you to plan for it so that you'll be ready when that middle of the month comes, and you can just kind of pull the trigger on it. That's what this is really good for. And the moon cycles just kind of help give you that extra little push. I mean, you can do this stuff anytime you want. There's no doubt. But it's just harder to do it if you're working against the tides. It's just like swimming when the tide's going out or coming in. So it depends on which way you're going, and things can flow in and out much smoother. That's what it's about. So there's your moon cycles. Let's get into story 3, Pisces, and then we'll get into your telling time. This story starts with I need another card there. I didn't notice that. My apologies. Just wanted to make sure we're not talking about a person, a male. They said no. They want me to use the energetic definition of the card. We're basically saying that there is authority here needed. They say you do a very good job of this in your love corner, but it's going to be continued to be needed here in story 3. So you've done a really good job here of taking control of your mind. It's a very mental card with the swords suit. Swords are always very cerebral and mental. So up here, very, very good control, Pisces. Good to see. They show that you guys have also learned from your mistakes. We have lessons that you're carrying with you toward the future. That's great, because then you don't have to learn them again and take the test again, because that's what the universe does, is it just sends it back. It's like, okay, did Pisces learn this? If you didn't pass the test, you get the test again in a few months or a couple of years, whatever it is. Did Pisces learn now? Until you ace this, until you knock it out. They show that you guys have done a good job of that. So thank God we're out of that energy. You're moving forward in a direction that's very, very good with the lessons you've learned. They show success card here in the 9 of Cups. This is a very happy story, guys. You know, I'm not used to reading such happy things, but this is for probably the Pisces who have maybe been through some stuff. And now you're at a point now where it's just like, you know, you've either done the work, or you know, the internal work, or whether it's external work, or just getting rid of people around you who are just no good, or, you know, what kind of filtration you've gone through here. But this is all very good because of these lessons, because of what you've been through. Now you're at a really good spot here in story 3. They'll show emotional happiness, wrong word, success. It's the card of success. It's like a trophy case. It's just like putting trophies on the shelf. That's kind of showing the energy of what you're doing here. And it's an accomplishment. You know, you've done a really good job. You're at a good emotional place here. I have the 6 of Wands. That means small victory. The key word there is small, but so is victory. You know, like, small wins should never be discounted or discredited. Small wins add up to big wins. And, you know, eventually you win the day, you win the week, and then you win the month, and then you win the year. And, you know, it's just one day at a time. You know, nobody, if you look at if you're running a marathon and you're looking at all you have to run, it's overwhelming, and you probably won't do it. If you just take it a step at a time, you know, one step, next step, and you just worry about the present, it's just a much better way to approach things. And simplifying things comes up here too. So it's a good month to simplify for my Pisces. The last thing they show is the completion card in the World card. This can mean travel. Usually it's not, or being worldly. Something international is coming in here. For the most part, the common definition being used in this context in a love spread is very complete. So you've just moved to a very good complete area in your love corner. And this doesn't mean that you're with somebody. You could be complete absolutely by yourself, single, with nobody. You know, it could be the opposite of that too. It could be that you found a really great person, and now you just feel like you're good. You know, you've done the work, you got to a good emotional place, and now here you are with small victories, you know, with a companion or with a partner, right? So either way, it comes presenting itself very, very well. Good to see, Pisces. Finally, they let me know that there's a fork in the road. So even though it's coming in very good, there is a choice or a decision or a factor at some point here in February that it's going to do this. Which way are you going to take this? Are you going to keep going on the road you are? Do you want to change this? It's about changing direction, changing paths. You know, fork in the road. That's what a fork in the road is. It's a chance for you to change direction. And that's for you to choose. Maybe you like the direction you already are, or maybe you don't. And if you don't, February is a great time to change it. So there you go. Love, 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 love there in story 3. And I liked what I saw there too. So now we're going to get into telling time. I'm going to, let's see, did I use my aces? No. I'm going to run it the way it is. That way I don't have to cut away. And I didn't use that many cards. So here we go. Telling time is, you know, there's 2 different rounds of telling time. I'm going to talk about it as I do it. I'm looking for aces. That's letting me know that there is a significant date here that I need to tell you about. I'm going to go through 2 different rounds. The first round is for dates that are hugely important that you just cannot miss. It's just like the frequency is so high, it's just like off the Richter. And sometimes I don't get dates the first round, and that's what the second round is for. And did we get anything? We did not. Okay, so now round 2. Now these are just a little lower frequency, so it's just not as important, or there's just a bigger window involved. So let's see what round 2 has in store for Pisces. See if we got some dates there. And we still don't have dates. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do one more round, and this basically moves time backwards. This lets me know that there is an important date in the past. Usually this is a spread I do to forecast future stuff. That's not what they gave us though. So they gave us going backwards. If I get a date here, let's see. There we go. There's at least one date. Continue with the rest of the spread here. See if there's multiples. Nope, they gave us one date. I'm going to tack on some time to that. 1, 2, 3. All right, so now I need to calculate this date, so I will cut out for that so you don't have to be bored of watching me do math. So I will be right back. Okay, Pisces, I am back. Now what they gave us is the date of September 17th through the 24th. The 21st is the date that it pulled, but I like to bracket a week around that. So we're looking at about the 17th through the 24th of September. And like I said, this is going back in the past. So for a lot of you, somewhere in September, let's just say toward the end of the month, something very important happened to you that they want you to remember or to be brought to your attention that you were very authoritative about. You really took charge of something. You really were the boss here, and it was sweet. And they want you to remember what this is or what it feels like for a purpose. This feels like it's very story 3 related, but it may be more than just that. It may be story 1 and 2 also in there. You know, spirit works in mysterious ways. So that's really what they wanted to show there. So end of September, there's something they want you to go back and think about in here. And remember what it is that they're talking about. What was so sweet? What did you really take charge with and were very strong with? Because that's the God card there in tarot. It's also a card that I use for a deceased male. So there could also be a deceased male giving you a message of sweetness, or maybe even kind of guiding you in September. I'm talking about the September past. So they were kind of there, and this is their way of letting you know that they were there with you in September. So a couple different definitions there, but that's going to wrap up the entire reading. I thank you so much for joining Pisces. Please remember to like and subscribe so you see the future videos, and also sign up for the newsletter. It's at the very bottom of the website, scottsagent.com. You get the promo codes for money off of readings, and also the updates. I only send one email per month. It's a no-brainer. Sign up for that. Also on the Facebook page. I do Facebook giveaways every single month. Definitely like that so you can be a part of that. Take care, guys. I will see you soon.